I think we on. I think we're motherfucking on.
Yes, we are. Yes. We back. Oh no, are we back?
We're back, but we're here for the first. We're back for the first time.
We're back for the first time, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome.
It's the third time, but it's the first time.
Oh shit! Welcome to the Slang Editorial show. I'm your boy, Coach Cap.
It's your man, Doughboy Sumz.
And we are here to shoot the shit with y'all about everything hip hop culture, man.
That's a fact.
So this is technically our third show.
Right.
But it's our first.
Explain that.
No, I'm not explaining it to her. Fuck all that. We're not explaining it, but this is our first show, but the third. So we are
nice to meet you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that does know us from the past, which is now the future.
The past. The past. Yo, man, so how you doing this week, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling. Maintaining. Got projects I'm working on.
Okay.
My best friend's in town, so kicking it with her this weekend and my kids and shit. So everything's cool, man.
Dope. What you do, man? Did anything spectacular?
Nah, I definitely didn't. I went to work. Unfortunately, I have to work a regular job. So
I hear you, man. I hear you. Got to do what you got to do, right, brother?
I guess this shit is whack, but got the skills that pay the bills.
I hear you, man. So what are we talking about this week? I mean, a lot of things happen, man. You got some things you want to get off your chest?
This hair, but
this hair. You can use nair.
Oh shit. Nah, well, it's a bunch of shit that happened this week, but I'm fucking flustered for a second.
That's a fact. A lot of stuff happened. Shout out to everybody coming in watching us live.
I heard the Rainbow Head kid definitely fucking tried to off himself or some shit like that, or he overdosed.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, so what they said was at first, right? They said he OD'd, right?
Yeah.
He tried to commit suicide.
The first thing I saw is somebody was like, he tried to commit suicide. And then the second thing I saw was the most hilarious shit I ever fucking thought of. They said he OD'd on caffeine and hydroxy cut.
What the fuck? Hydroxy cut? Yo, that shit don't even make any sense.
Yo.
And no, hold on. They didn't just say caffeine. They said McDonald's coffee. Too much McDonald's coffee and hydroxy cut.
Yeah, that sounds like a cover up. You can't. Who ODs on McDonald's coffee, my nigga? Like,
big facts. Yo, you know what that reminds me of? Because there's people out there that's really ODing, and there's people out there that's really committing suicide. So you remember, what was the movie where he was like, "Yo, man," oh no, How High? Was it How High? When the dude was like, "Yo, man, I smoke weed," he was like, "You in here for weed?"
Oh no, that's Half Baked.
Half Baked. That's right. Man, there's people out there really doing it, and he out here trying to do it with hydroxy cut and McDonald's coffee. Son, it don't even make sense.
First of all, you're supposed to be rich. You should have a Keurig in your fucking house, and you should not be drinking McDonald's coffee to the point where you're overdosing on the shit.
Facts.
What's wrong with these niggas, man?
And you know he's sending the security in there to go get the McDonald's. He's not going in there to get it.
Boo this man.
Boo this man.
Hey, what the fuck, my nigga?
That's from the scene that I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, man.
I mean, you know, if he really did try to open, so you got to think about it. Like, I mean, his album dropped, right?
Yeah, the album dropped. It didn't do that great.
It didn't do any numbers, right?
Yeah, it didn't do the expected numbers.
Right. So, I mean, the security that he has to pay for. He's probably thinking, how long is this going to last? How long can I keep this security around? I might as well just off myself now before Treyway gets to me. Let me just go get a gallon of hydroxy cut and just do away with my life.
Yeah, the shit is ridiculous.
And let me get a Big Mac and some coffee.
Cause you
just take myself out.
And a McDouble.
And a McDouble.
Fuck out of here. I believe the first story that came out. I believe he tried to off himself. I don't believe it was no accidental fucking overdose on fucking hydroxycodone, nigga. I really think he's starting to realize shit ain't what you thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You came out wild and being mad disrespectful, and now look at you.
That's
Look
a fact.
Like a goddamn fool.
That's a fact. And I mean, you know, with numbers on his head like that, I mean, it got to be stressful. Your day-to-day got to be stressful.
The numbers on your head is causing you to lose numbers in your pocket.
Facts. Anyway, man, I don't want to spend too much time on that guy, man. He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, fuck him.
He doesn't deserve it. Mm-hmm. But that is crazy, though. I mean, the fact that his PR team is horrible, though. Like, you couldn't come up with nothing better than the hydroxy cut? And McDonald's coffee? Oh, man, it just don't make any sense.
Because they didn't want to say cocaine.
Right. Code word for cocaine is hydroxy cut.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it was cut. Definitely cut, all right.
Yo, did you, one of the biggest things this week, you know, we got to talk about it. It's only right that we talk about it. I mean, the debate.
The smack battle?
The smack battles, the verses. The verses of all verses.
Nah,
the geriatric verses of verses.
That shit was definitely not a verses. That shit was a whole URL fucking smack battle.
Smack original. Smack original in the park, in the barbershops, in the small rooms. It was that type of smack.
Oh shit! You said well, it was a Lions Den.
It was a Lions Den. It was a Battle Academy.
Oh shit!
Yo, I literally when I finished watching that, bro, I felt like I watched a fight. I really felt like I was watching like a boxing match, like when me and my family used to sit around the TV and watch Tyson and all that. I felt like I watched one of those.
The shit was just fucking out of control. The orange dude is just a fucking total asshole.
His facial expressions is hilarious, son. His facial expressions, he just be like, whatever. He be doing, I don't care,
yo,
whatever.
He do the shit.
This guy.
He do the shit that niggas with no point do.
Facts. I don't care. I'll say what I want to say. No, you know what? He makes the drunk faces. He's like, I don't care. I'm drinking. He makes one of those type of faces. You know what I'm saying? Like the drunk uncle will be like, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say.
So I never in my life seen a politician tell another politician to shut up
and call him clown.
Yeah,
he called him a clown like 3 times.
Yeah. Yo, he wanted to scrap, so he told him keep yapping. Go ahead, keep yapping. Keep yapping.
I'ma see you, son.
Yo,
I'ma see you.
That's exactly what that means to me.
Yo, tell your security to turn around. We gonna go in this bathroom real quick and duke it out.
And duke it out like the fucking odd couple.
And see who comes out.
Niggas is like the fucking odd couple, son.
That is hilarious. Yo, and you know what's so funny? Most debates, for the first debate, always starts out real mild. Mm-hmm. They don't really go in until like the second and third debate. So with this being the first one, it's like, how do you go up from here? Oh, no, like, how do you go up from here, dog?
I think it's gonna keep going up. That's if they even do any more debates, because old boy has corona from China,
which I totally think is fake. Yo, from China.
Yo, you can't even believe the shit.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Let me tell you why I don't believe it. I think that it's a hoax, and he's going to so-called beat it. And he's gonna come back stronger than ever. He's gonna be air punching. He's gonna be air punching like dude from Boys in the Hood, Trey. Like Trey. He's gonna be tough. He's gonna be tougher than ever. He's gonna be rough and tough with his Afro puffs. I'm telling you, son. And then it's gonna be like, hey, I beat it. I'm strong. You guys can beat it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. I'm telling you, that's what I think is gonna happen. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it might not be any. I think it's gonna. I think that's the only debate we're gonna get.
Yeah, I see you, Frank. Frank saying that it definitely ain't gonna be anymore. But they gotta have something. I mean, like, what are they? Even if you got a virtual, like, do a virtual battle.
Fam, yo, that's definitely gonna be bad. That shit is gonna look like that famous Dex and Soldier Boy argument, or IG Live and shit.
No, because first of all, what the moderator should have muted Trump's mic. See, if somebody's moderating the Zoom, they
definitely need a mute button for the moderators.
Facts. I mean, I think that they used to have it. Man.
I don't know. They either need a mute button or they need to wrap it up.
Right.
They need to wrap that shit up, B.
Man, I tell you, that was one of the most entertaining and sorry things to see at the same time. Because I know, like, other countries are sitting back like, yo, look at these clowns. This is America.
Yo, but I gotta give it to Joe. He tried his best to hold his composure, man. Nigga would have talked about my son like that on live TV in front of the world. I'm fucking you up.
Facts.
I'm fucking you up, my nigga. Like, you just gonna flat out talk about my son's fucking drug use, bitch? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna beat you the fuck up.
And Joe gave him some well wishes. After this, he got the coronavirus. I'm not wishing him nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wished him shit.
I ain't wishing him. Yeah, he ain't getting no well wishes from me.
But that's the game you gotta play, right?
Yo, listen, not the way he play. Not the way he play. Yo, he gonna get that. He gonna get that queen side. Yo, you ain't gonna get no politician out of me talking about my son like that.
When they go low, we have to go high.
Yo, you stupid. You stupid. Yo, did you see what Shady Records tweeted out?
Nah.
They got B Rabbit. Biden.
Oh, yeah. I did see it. Yeah, I saw it. I posted that shit on my Facebook, I think.
Oh, you did? I didn't see it.
Now, that shit is hilarious.
Everybody from the 313. Yeah, Doug, that was hilarious. It was classic. Man.
Yeah, but
it's been a good week in hip hop.
Yeah, it's been a good week in hip hop. Dope albums came out. I only got a lot of albums came out. I don't know if they all dope, but I heard 2 of them. So let's see. YG put an album out this week. Bryson Tiller put an album out. West Side Gun put an album out. Who else?
21
and Metro Boomin. Yeah. I listened to 21 and Metro. That shit is hard.
Okay.
I definitely fuck with it. Smoke DZA put an album out too. I fucks with Smoke DZA, man.
Okay.
But yeah.
I heard about 2 joints off of the 21 Savage, and I didn't get to really finish it. But from what I heard, it's definitely tight.
Yeah, I gotta give it a few more. I only listened to it once. I'm gonna give it a few more listens and shit. But I definitely fucked with it. West Side Gun is typical Griselda shit. The shit is hard though. I love it. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you rate it? From 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I never do 10. You always do 10.
Yeah, I don't know how you do 5. It's crazy.
You always do 10. I do 5. I do cause 5 mics, right? I do.
Okay.
I'm of the 5 mic scale.
All right. So let's stay with 5 then. How many mics you give it?
On West Side.
Yeah.
I give it a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give what's the name the same too.
Now does it sound like all of the rest of his music, or is it like different? Cause if you know Conway been touching like different type of sounds. You know what I'm saying? Going outside of the regular box. Yeah. Did he do that? Did he go outside, or is it like typical?
Nah, it's still a West Side Gun album. It's not nothing different. It's the same type of music, Same production, Derringer, Alchemist, that kind of shit. So
Okay.
it don't sound it don't sound like how what like Benny and Conway is trying to do with branching out, doing different things and shit.
I like the fact that they're branching out and doing, different, trying to find different sounds of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just stay in that one box. And especially if, they are getting a little bit more mainstream. They're getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to at least tailor your sound just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And not just stay within that one realm.
Right.
Yeah,
man.
What about 21? How many mics are you giving him?
3.5. I give him the same.
3.5.
Yeah, I'm giving the same amount of mics and shit.
Okay. What do you feel about 21 coming at Jeezy's head?
I'd like to know what that shit is about. Or maybe the way the line is set up, it might sound like a diss, but it's probably not a diss.
What would be the point of putting his name in there and then following up with the word that he used?
Because that's the I don't know. I gotta go back and listen to it and really, 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 really delve back into that shit.
Okay, because I heard it. It definitely sounded like a shot. It definitely sounded like a shot.
It did, because when I heard it, I was like, what? And then I rewound it back, and I was like, it could be taken out of context.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? Because I've heard lines like that before from other people that was taken, like, that could be taken out of context like that. So
now, if it is a shot, if it is indeed a shot, how do you feel? Like, just like, yo, little boy, respect your elders. You can't play with that boy Jeezy like that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, your lyrical skills ain't even there. If you even want to keep it on wax, and it's like, what you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably in some other shit. It's probably delving from some other shit.
Okay. I would definitely like to know what that's about. If anybody listening knows, got any information about that, send it to us. Let us know what's going on with that right there. Boy, Nas dropped a spicy video this week.
It's what I expected it to be. I didn't expect too much out of it. I expected it to be some real New York City shit.
Uh-huh.
It's like this is a regular video, performance shots and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy. I fuck with it though. I know they did a video for the joint with him and Big Sean too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they shot one for that. So I know that's coming. I saw that online and shit.
Okay. I like that. I like that he's using sort of that old school formula of dropping like 3 videos. Because, nowadays people don't even drop 3 videos. You know what I'm saying? They'll drop 1, you know what I'm saying? And then they going on to the next project and shit.
I want to see a lot of videos of that fucker. I definitely want Car 85.
Car 85 is going to be crazy.
Car 85 as a video is what we fucking need. Like,
that's a fact.
If he doesn't do a video for Car 85, he's dropping the ball.
Mm-hmm. Car 85 is one of people's favorites off of that album. It's a favorite off of that album.
For sure.
And anybody from Queens who grew up, you know what I'm saying, outside, they know about, that cab that you always call. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's your cab number, bro? I'm gonna make sure when I call the base, I'm gonna ask for Car 85. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know. That's real Queen shit right there.
Yep.
Big fact.
I was a cab taking motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know it, nigga. The bus.
The bus? No, Car 85.
Yo, it wasn't until I started realizing I was wasting mad bread on certain rides that I started just being like, nah, let me hop on this fucking bus.
Right.
But let me tell you, for a long time, my nigga, it was mad cab action going on.
Mad cab action?
Word, yo, we had a car, nigga named 69. That was his fucking number. He's an old dude. And all he used to do was holler at young bitches out the window. Nigga be like, yum, yum.
Yum, yum? Yeah. So he would just pull up, roll the window down, and be like, yum, yum.
Yum, don't need no starter to get me harder.
You right. That's what he used to say?
My word to everything. Ask me. We talked to man, asked man about 69, the cab driver.
And that's the cab driver that you would call and ask for.
Yo, cause the nigga, he ain't asked no question. Take you wherever you want to go. Whatever moves you had to make, you make all your moves.
No questions asked.
And he was cool and fucking funny to talk to, son. He was mad cool. He was funny as fuck. So it was like the best cab rides was like with that nigga. And it was like an old car. Like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You could be low in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to 69, the cab driver, wherever the fuck he is. We didn't even know that nigga name. He was just 69.
Dog, he's somewhere right now saying, yo,
I hope he's still alive. He might have been on hydroxy cut.
Hydroxy cut.
He might have been on hydroxy cut, bro.
Hydroxy cut and some Paul Masson.
He was definitely on Paul Masson.
I can tell. Anybody who pulls up, who drives a cab and then pulls up and says yum yum is definitely drinking Paul Masson.
Yeah,
definitely.
But
shout out
to all the cab drivers from the late 90s and early 2000s, man.
Word up. Yo. So, I got a question, man.
Is it as serious as cancer?
Rabbit?
Is the question as serious as cancer?
No.
Okay.
It's not that serious. There's not too many questions that's that serious.
Oh, well, all right. Well, Rakim's question was serious as cancer, so I figured you would be.
Nope, not at all. Yo, so Master P just dropped his The Hootie Hoos, man. Yo, I'm proud of him. I'm proud that he can, keep popping out the products and stuff like that. But do you think that, is there ever like doing too much? And especially like looking at Master P, like he got rice, he got cereal. Is it like too much ever? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you might be watering down your brand in a way?
I don't think it is. I think he's filling a void. He's doing something that ain't there. Everybody's doing clothes. Everybody's doing sneakers. Everybody's doing all the same shit. Nah, we don't have our own fucking foods on the shelf. Let me put our own shit on the shelf. So yeah, do the fucking noodles, do the rap snacks, do the fucking Hootie Hoos, my nigga. I love the fucking name, by the way.
Yo,
I love that he called them shits Hootie Hoos.
When I first heard about it, I imagined him being on the box of cereal, and I'm like, no.
Nah.
But when I seen it and I seen that he's not on there, I'm like, okay, cool. All right, now I see the product placement, and it's better now. I automatically thought about his rice. It should, because if you see the rice, he's on it with like the Uncle Ben's. He got the chef jacket on. Yeah, the chef jacket on. I didn't like that.
Nah, I didn't like that, nigga. It's Uncle P's rice, and he gonna be Uncle P with. Nah, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it at all. I just didn't like the chef jacket. I didn't want to see, like, you're not chefing up. You're not like, it's not like you chefing up and you got like a special Master P recipe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm glad he's doing that, because it's gonna open up the doors for other motherfuckers to do it. He might not win it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He might not. Hopefully he does win at that shit. But if he doesn't, somebody else is gonna come along and do something similar, and they're gonna win, and it's gonna be off the strength of him.
I definitely agree with you on the fact that like he's filling a void, and it opens doors for others to come in and do things different. Mm-hmm. And you're right. Most rap artists are coming in and they're doing sneakers, they're doing liquor, they're doing clothes. He's actually, doing food and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it is great. I was just worried about him kind of watering down his brand by doing too much.
I don't think he's watering it down. I think he's in a space where he can try anything. His time as far as being like real public and right in our faces on a regular basis is like not there no more. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's not relevant. I hate fucking using that fucking term. But it's not the way that it was.
But there is potential for an artist to do too much though, right?
Yeah.
And kind of water their brand down?
Yeah, if you're like completely right in the limelight and you doing everything at that moment, yeah.
So some people feel that about Travis Scott with the McDonald's commercial.
I love that.
Some people feel as though like it's like you kind of selling out and you're doing too much.
Get the fuck out. So
I've seen that.
Son, doing a McDonald's commercial is selling out, but doing a Hennessy or a Martell commercial isn't.
Good point. Very good point.
He knows his demographic. He knows that kids love him. Kids love him. My cousin posted a video of her taking her son to McDonald's to get the Travis Scott meal. The Travis Scott meal ain't nothing but a quarter pounder meal with
bacon.
With bacon, I think lettuce, and a barbecue sauce on the side.
Yeah.
My cousin's son was hype.
And that's just pure genius, too.
He was hyped to go get a regular ass quarter pounder meal that just got some bacon on it. Shit that you ask for when you go there and pay the extra fucking 75 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's dope. I think he knows his demographic. I think the commercial was perfect. That shit looked like one of the commercials we would have saw as a kid.
Facts. If I was a kid, around 8, 10, whatever, I would definitely be wanting to go to McDonald's to get that, and hopefully like there's a little Travis Scott doll or toy or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I would want that.
And then he made merch for the shit because his merch is
and the merch sold like crazy,
and it's dope. Yo, the merch is on StockX.
Yeah, I seen. My cousin had showed me that. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, he showed me the price. I'm like, wow, and it was sold out too.
Yeah.
Now, regardless if people think that he might have sold out or he's doing too much, it's working. I mean, the marketing behind it is genius. You know what I'm saying? To have the commercial, the little, cartoon jumping around, and then to have the merch go along with it too.
Yeah.
And it's selling. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit for his business acumen. He's been doing very good business.
Hell yeah.
Very good business.
Yeah. Hey man, I think people pick and choose who they want to say is selling out and who's not selling out. I think it's a pick and choose thing. I think because so many people that aren't from our neighborhoods kind of fuck with his shit a lot. I think that's what makes people say, "Oh, he's selling out." And like they said the same thing about Hammer. They said Kid and Play. Like, fam. I want to get into Kid and Play. That's something I wanted to talk about today too. Kid and Play. So, all right, are we done with Travis Scott?
Yeah, we good on Travis.
All right. So yeah, but overall, I don't think Travis is selling out. I think what he's doing is fucking great.
Got you. Okay.
I'd rather my kids see their favorite artist in a fucking McDonald's commercial as a cartoon character
than supporting a liquor
than
company.
To see their favorite rapper getting drunk. They got to see me get drunk on the weekend, so they don't need their favorite rapper.
Nah, I agree with you on that. That's a very good point. I like that.
But Kid and Play, man. We do not say Kid and Play's name enough in fucking hip hop, dog. We do not. And I was thinking about the shit and I was getting pissed off. Number one is because they from Queens. We're going to start there. But fam, these dudes had gold and platinum albums.
Talk about it.
3 movies. 4 movies. 4 movies. 4 movies. A cartoon and a fucking Marvel comic, my nigga. And a Marvel comic. And I was just watching an interview with Kid, and they turned down a sitcom with NBC.
Wow.
Yeah, he said they had the sitcom with NBC. They had the cartoon with NBC, and that's when NBC was transferring into like live action stuff, so like Saved by the Bell and shit like that. So they was getting rid of doing cartoons. So they was so pissed at not having, like, they was so sold on having a cartoon and so pissed when it got canceled when they brought the show idea to them, the sitcom idea to them. The niggas like, nah, we ain't fucking with them. Fuck that. They canceled our cartoon. Da 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 da. Like, he's like, in hindsight, we were fucking idiots But we just like we really loved the fact that we had a cartoon. Like growing up, cartoons was the shit. We had our own cartoon. It was only one season.
I've heard some people say that they felt like the cartoon was a sellout move.
Back then, anything that crossed over that wasn't hardcore hip hop and crossed over, they thought it was a sellout move. But then what happened? Everything changes. But I feel like we should talk more about Hammer and talk more about Kid and Play. You know
I mean, why hasn't Kid and Play been invited to Drink Champs? They are legends.
They was on Drink Champs.
They were?
Yeah, they got a Drink Champs.
Oh, okay. Let me take that back. Rewind. Cut that out.
Blew your mind blown, huh?
Mind blown. I gotta go check that one out. I definitely didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Nah, but I remember watching the cartoon as a kid. I love that shit.
Son, I had the comic books. I had the cartoon. I used to watch Hammerman too, with the talking shoes. Hammerman? With the talking shoes, my nigga.
Yes, with the talking shoes. Dude, we're supposed to have little clips. We're supposed to have little clips of this.
You're not supposed to say that.
We're supposed to have little clips of the talking shoes.
You're not
Definitely.
supposed to say that.
Yo, listen, that was awesome. There was Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Yo, hip hop needs to get back to that type of shit.
Saturday morning was get up, get a big bowl of cereal, watch cartoons. Then Soul Train came on. Then wrestling came on.
Yes.
Cause Soul Train came on at 11, right? Soul Train came on at 11, and then after Soul Train, wrestling was on at 12.
Yo, there's nothing like those Saturday mornings in the 90s.
And after wrestling was the Kung Fu movies.
The Kung Fu. I don't remember that.
Yeah, right after wrestling.
After wrestling, I probably was outside.
Yeah. But I remember all of that shit, man. Like, we do need to get Saturday mornings like back. Like, now kids is fucking stuck to their phone and all of that shit.
That's
like,
a fact.
Nigga, I bought the whole Wacky Races shit on DVD. That shit is sitting in my living room right now.
Wacky Races. What other hip hop groups, especially from that time, that are legends that you see that's not getting their respect as legends?
That's not getting their respect as legends. That was like legends back then.
Absolutely. Like the Kid and Play that you just brought up. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, and not getting that due respect.
Honestly, him and Kid and Play is like the only two off the top of my head. Because everybody else I loved from back then gets their just due. EPMD gets their just due. Public Enemy, Big Daddy Kane, all of that. Like, you hear their names constantly.
Right.
But I never ever hear anybody bring up Kid and Play and MC Hammer like that. I hear Hammer more than I hear Kid and Play.
Hammer was just so huge though. Hammer just was like such a huge artist.
Astronomical, like
astronomical, bro.
Word. He took like 100 to 200 motherfuckers on the road. You know how much money you got to be making to pay that many people?
Yo, I forgot how much they say he was paying out, but it was crazy.
It was crazy, my nigga, a lot.
Something. Speaking of like the legends and all that, it made me think of KRS-One, and LL. KRS-One was talking about how he wanted the verses with LL. Who would you think would win that?
It depends on how the records get played.
Okay.
It depends on how the records get played. I think L comes out on top because he has more of a commercial connection to people. I think people will just go with L just off the strength of that. But me as a hip hop head, the KRS records is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to. If I'm voting, L got to play them records right.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, and do you think it's a mismatch though? Because
nah.
Because of the type of records that L has, he's known as the commercial ladies man.
But they're from the same time.
When KRS-One is, he's that hardcore, coming to you with straight lyrics.
They're from the same time period. They lasted longer than their counterparts at the time. Because KRS was like still basically a mainstream hip hop artist till like 97, 98. Mm-hmm. When DMX came out, like he still was making dope ass fucking hip hop records that were getting played on radio. The video was getting played like on Rap City and all of that shit and MTV. So it's a good matchup.
I'm definitely going with Queens on that. Queens got to win all day.
Yeah, I mean, I need Queens to win that shit.
Facts. Queens definitely got to win that shit.
Cause
you know what I'm saying?
Because I have a love-hate relationship with The Bridge Is Over.
Facts. Facts. That's why Queens got to take that one. Just because of The Bridge Is Over. Just because he did that, we got to win. You know what I mean?
Is my relationship with The Bridge Is Over is like fuck. Like it's like the girl that you love, but you know she's no good for you and she's crazy.
Right.
Like you really can't stand that bitch, but her pussy is the ball.
It's popping. Like, it's popping. Word up. And for everybody who's listening, tell us what y'all think.
You would curl up into a ball and
who y'all would have against that versus right there. LL or KRS-One. Queens versus the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
What else you got over there, man?
Oh man. Something I wanted to bring up, man. What about your boy Drake out here spilling the beans, man?
What, that he fucked with SZA?
Yeah.
He spills the beans on all his bitches. Like, it's not nothing new. He just said her name.
Yeah, but she obviously felt the way. She unfollowed him.
I mean, but over the past, I seen some shit like a thread a while ago about like, yeah, they might have messed with each other because she got songs about him and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of that Love Galore, that last album, that Control album, some of them songs was about him. Somebody was
okay.
You know, there's them Twitter threads and people just be like, "Hear me out." So, yo,
my question is though,
he talks about his bitches all the time. I mean, the ladies that he deals. Okay, disclaimer for anybody that's gonna be a listener on this shit. I say bitch, hoe, slut. Sometimes I mean it in a good way, and sometimes I mean it fucked up. So you gotta deal. I'm gonna say some fucked up shit, and y'all gotta deal with it. And I'm not retracting anything I say. So just take notes from this first fucking episode. I don't retract shit.
That's a big
whatever
fact.
I say in that moment, I meant it. I might feel different a week from now, like a normal human, but I'm not retracting shit. So fuck y'all, suck my dick, and good night when it comes to that shit. But back to this shit. Yeah, he always talks about the bitches that he be fucking with.
Do you think it's okay? Like, is it okay for if they're having secret relationships, right? And no one else is using it as any type of publicity stunt. They're not calling paparazzi when they're out having lunch or dinner, and it's really kind of on the low. Is it okay for him to go and throw that in songs?
If she's been making subliminal songs about their doings and it's just questioned, I just fuck it. Say what you gotta say. But
if she did subliminal songs with no name, no one knows except for him, really, him and her. Everybody else could speculate.
I'm used to this nigga being in love with 90 different women and they just can't get right. Like, this nigga has been in love more than anybody I've ever met.
More than anybody I've ever met.
And maybe he's not in love, but he sure do got some feels for these bitches, man.
He sure been getting around to it. Hold on, let's go through the names. Rihanna, Serena Williams, SZA now. Who else do we know of?
And that was early SZA too. He said 2008.
2008. Mm-hmm.
I was still in New York in 2008. So that, you know how long ago that is? Like, that's early, like.
12 years ago.
She wasn't even a thought.
That's a fact. Who else are we missing? Who else? Who else on my man hit list?
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze. Yeah.
Yo, she's talented as fuck too, though. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah. She can fucking sing. She plays mad instruments. Like, she's talented as fuck.
Okay.
Shout out to her, man.
Yeah, nah, I never heard any of her stuff.
She got a couple of dope records on. We're not gonna go into that. Back to what we was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to know, like, what do people think? Everybody who's listening and watching, tell us what y'all think. Is it okay for artists to put, other artists' names and songs if they have like secret relationships?
Because these bitches be out in niggas on a regular fucking basis. Soon as they get mad at a nigga, so fuck it. If he's mad at her, hey, say it. Hey, you used to fuck SZA in 08, my nigga.
Oh shit.
Fuck it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Cause it's a bitch right now that's ready to be like, and Drake used to send a car for me to go to blah 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 blah.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact. That'll happen like this too. Yeah. It happened just like that.
It'll be a bitch on No Jumper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sitting with Adam 22.
Word. Talking about Drake sending a car for her homegirls and shit. So fuck
spilling the beans.
Say what you gotta say. They spill the beans on us. Spill the beans on them too.
Me personally, I don't think it's cool. If y'all got like a relationship and it's on the low and nobody knows and y'all didn't use it for no type of publicity in any type of way, I don't think it's okay for you to turn around and throw it in the song in any type of way.
I guess.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Fuck it, man. Y'all tell us what y'all think about that.
Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, light skin power, man. Fuck that shit. I'm rolling with Drake on this one. Cause he even said,
did you just say light skin power?
Light skin power, yeah.
Light skin power. Oh my God, son. Yo, one thing I think is cool. I gotta find out a little bit more information about this. The Baby and Little Baby is doing a drive-in festival in Atlanta.
What?
Yeah, on the 13th.
Oh, that's dope.
On the 13th. I mean, how is that even going to work? How does that look?
They've been doing drive-in concerts out here for a couple months, though.
That shit sounds real hectic to me.
It's been working.
Has it?
Yeah, if they still doing it. They've been doing it for months. And
this is my first time hearing it. I've never heard of a drive-in concert ever in my life.
They doing that shit in a lot of states, man. A lot of states.
Yeah?
Driving concerts, yeah. And them shits is fucking expensive. For me to be driving my car up to this shit, they want a lot of money, son.
Yeah, where are they doing this at? Where are you getting the space?
At, like, driving, like, spots that are drive-ins. Certain states have drive-ins. Like, we got a drive-in out here in Atlanta.
That's dope, man. That's a real dope. I love the way that that people are saying, yo, this fucking COVID shit ain't gonna stop our money, man. We're gonna be thoughtful and create new ways to get this money and perform. You know what I'm saying? Look what Dave Chappelle did with the cornfield joint, whatever, the stand-up comedy shows out in the cornfield. You know, it got shut down just recently. Somebody in the inner circle caught the COVID or whatever, but he went a long time without having any type of problems at all. I thought that was real dope. And now I see this drive-in festival, which I think is also a dope ass idea.
Yeah, it's definitely dope. I just think they shouldn't charge like don't charge me per person in the car $50 a ticket.
What?
Right. That's what I'm saying. $50
per person. That should be per car. They charging per person in the car.
The closer you want to be, the more it's gonna cost. It's like regular concert ticket prices. Like, that's crazy. I think you should pay per car. If you have two people in a car, then it should be like $75. Know what I'm saying? More than that, just add $10, $15 maybe.
Now, do you know if there's any rules and regulations like, yo, you got to stay in the car, you can't get out the car?
Nah, I think it's because you can get out the car, bring your own chairs, sit out there, bring your own liquor, shit like that. Bring your food.
And that kind of defeats the purpose.
That's what I'm saying. Like you charging a lot of people. I mean, you gotta sit. Nobody's sitting in their car the whole time to watch a concert.
Right, so I mean, then you might as well just have a regular festival. If everybody gonna be outside next to each other anyway.
But it's spaced out. You're spaced out by the cars. Like
it's socially distanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like everybody's outside of the cars lit with each other, high-fiving strangers and shit. I doubt it's like...
pouring each other drinks.
Yeah, they definitely poured each other drinks. Like, your cars is right here. But...
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. It's not like no big crowd of people on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to a driving movie. You go to driving movie. I done seen niggas with they fucking grill out there and all kinds of shit. You see like 2 movies back to back.
Yo, that shit is dope, man. We don't have nothing like that in New York, but that's dope. Shout out to Lil Baby and the Baby for doing the drive-in festival. Hopefully other artists could pick up on that and start doing more of that shit too. Bring that shit to New York.
Is it the Baby on Baby Festival?
Yeah, it's called Baby on Baby.
I knew it.
It's called the Baby on Baby Festival.
Yo, they might as well do that. They might as well do the album. They might as well do the Baby on Baby.
They might as well. They might as well, man. Oh, and speaking of the Baby, you know, he got a song with Dua Lipa, and in the beginning he says, "I'm one of the greatest. Can't debate it." What do you feel about that? With him saying he's one of the greatest
of his
time, is it?
Of his
can
time,
you debate it?
Of his time, I'd agree.
One of the greatest
of his time, in this era where he's at, of his people.
What makes him one of the greatest?
I think he has the hit records. He raps very well. He has very great songs. He's consistent as fuck.
Very consistent. Marketing is very good too.
Yeah, very good marketing. He's not. Oh man.
Okay, but he doesn't say, "Yo, I'm the greatest of my time."
Yeah, I'm saying
he's saying I'm one of the greatest, right?
Yeah, I'm saying he's the greatest of his time. I'm not. He's not the greatest of any other times or all time, but of his time, yeah.
So, do you take offense to, like, let's forget about in his time. Let's just look at the overall.
I don't take
him saying I'm one of the greatest.
I don't take offense because I rap and I think I'm one of the greatest. You should. Okay. You should think you're the greatest when you rap. Every rapper is gonna tell you that too. Every real.
So even as a pure hip hop fan, you don't be like, yo,
nah,
I just think he's one of the greatest.
Nah, I don't, because he's supposed to think that.
Okay.
But be ready to defend that too.
Got to, because there's gonna be so many purists who like, yo, what are you talking about? You just got here. How could you even call yourself the greatest? You don't have a long enough track record. You know what I'm saying? We got people like KRS-One, we got LL Cool J's, we got Jay-Z's, we got Nas's. You know what I'm saying? We have track records. We have years of music from them. These people can be considered the greatest. You don't have the right to even call yourself that.
He can say whatever the fuck he wants to say.
Absolutely. I just know how us hip hop fans get. You know how hip hop fans get.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know how artists think. And yo, do your thing, man. Say what you want to say. Do your thing. They did the same thing when T.I. said he was the king of the South. They do the same thing anytime.
That's a fact.
They do the same thing any other time a rapper says they're the greatest.
I personally think it's a little premature for him to call himself
but he's
one of the greatest.
He's in the moment and he's running this moment. He gotta run.
He is.
He gotta run and he's unstoppable.
No, he's definitely possibly the hottest in the game right now. I get that.
So
I just don't know. I just think it's kind of premature for him to be like, yo, I'm one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, B, we need more. We need more. We need more from you. Y'all, if y'all watching and listening, tell us what y'all think about it. Do y'all think it's a little premature for the baby to be calling himself one of the greatest out here in this hip-hop field? Let us know what y'all think. Hit us up in the comments.
I don't want to know what they think about this.
What happened?
I don't want to know what they think about this.
I do. I want to know. I want to know.
Because like I said, a fan's point of view is going to be way different from an artist's point of view. I have an artist point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? See, you're supposed to say that. Like, if you are any type of MC, hell, if you're a fucking singer and you sing your ass off, say you the fucking best and believe that shit. Just be ready to defend it. That's all I ask. Be ready to defend it when somebody steps up and says, nah. And I'm not talking about fans. I'm talking about the niggas that are of your caliber that stand next to you and be like, nah, he ain't the best, I'm the best.
I get you on that. You're right. An artist should feel like that. Artists should definitely feel like that.
I think hip hop fans are fucking assholes sometimes. The shit fuck. I hate some rap fans, especially the older ones. Especially the older dudes. Especially the older dudes with their disdain for the younger music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who the fuck are you? If you want to hear a Melly Mel record, if you want to hear a Big Daddy Kane record,
say Melly Mel.
Yo, sir, I be in these groups and these niggas be Melly Mel'd out. Like, is all of you niggas 50 years old? Did y'all just stop after did y'all stop when there was no more Furious 5? And I love Melly Mel, so don't get me wrong. This ain't no disrespect to Melly Mel. It's just older rap fans are fucking annoying. Like, y'all don't have kids, y'all don't have nephews. Like, how do you kick it with them and relate to them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that generation, they got the Sirius satellite and they just stay on the old school channels.
And the divide is because of the older people. We supposed to be wiser and guide our kids into what they're listening to and listen to what you might learn some shit. My uncle still just loves MOP. Like, all he wants to yo, you heard the new MOP joint? No, because I don't want to listen. I don't want to fight anymore.
No, I didn't hear the new MOP.
I heard the new Locks record because they keep up with the times.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Kiss
They're great
up.
at that.
Nigga, I like when dudes keep up with the times and navigate with the young dudes and show them love and they get love. But a lot of the older hip hop heads, man, they just all they want to hear is Premier beats. Like, y'all, like, none of you niggas did the Running Man or was breakdancing.
That's hilarious, and that is absolutely true.
So all of you niggas was just magically just down to shoot everything up and only wanted to hear bars. No, nigga, you was hip hop, hip hop, and all of that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all was dancing in the fucking parties too. And that's what pisses me off. Like, all y'all want to hear is these hard ass records. I don't want to hear a million Gangstar records. I love Gangstar. But I want to hear some Travis Scott too.
That's a fact. Yeah, man. The older heads definitely have a harder time with diversifying their music. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When the music started to transform a little bit, and we went from that sort of that Locks sound into more of the sound that we have now, a lot of auto-tune and different things like that, hearing the Travis Scotts, the Migos, and sort of what people would say was mumble music, mumble rap. It took a while for me to get acquainted, for my ear to get acquainted to it. Like, I really, like, it would hurt me just to listen to. But now I'm like, oh, okay, I hear it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Now my ear is a little bit more acquainted to the music, and I can hear it, I can vibe with it. But it took a while, though. Yeah, it took a while.
If you just stayed stuck listening to what you normally wanted to listen to, right? If you constantly expanded what you was listening to and stayed with everything that was new, you wouldn't have had that gap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you kind of missed a wave.
Yeah.
And when you miss a wave and you try to jump right to the new shit, you automatically gonna be like, this is trash. Now it's a lot of the shit that I hear. Yeah, I don't fucking like it. My kids love it. I don't fuck with it. But I'm not in here like cut that trash off. I bump it and try to rock with them.
Right. Like I missed the whole Future wave. Like when everybody was on Future, I was still bumping Hov and Nas.
Yeah.
Like
I had moved down here right when that Future wave was kind of like taking off. So I delved right into it because I really had no choice. I was listening to the radio.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you listening to the radio out there? Are you still listening to radio?
Only when we in the car.
Okay. Do they play other regions? Do they play like New York music out there?
I mean, what's really New York music? Do they play Pop Smoke? Yeah, they play Pop Smoke. They play Fabio.
Okay, that's kind of my question. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, they play that. I mean, in my opinion, there's no such thing as regional music anymore, outside of maybe Southern music and West Coast music. But even that, still, there's like a blurred line now. I think the internet changed the way we listen to music.
Do you think that the West Coast kind of stuck to their pattern, their sound of music, and New York has totally abandoned theirs?
I think there's some West Coast like there is like it's just a culture of like they are delved deep into the funk and all of that shit. Mm-hmm. I think New York music has changed because of sampling. It's easier for me to buy this equipment and have all the sounds I need to make whatever music I want to make, right? A lot of the shit that niggas love from New York is a lot of like the boom bap fans, right?
Right.
A lot of the boom bap fans, those are sampled records. You know how hard it is to clear a sample, especially now with the way the music industry is, where it's not that much money as it was back in the 90s and all of that shit. So I think that has a part in it.
Okay.
I just think the internet just made it easier for us all to find other music and enjoy that. And kids, you know what I'm saying? Like people that are younger, that are growing up in the internet age, they're only hearing what they like. So it's not all the way programmed on them like it was programmed on us. Like we had radio programming. So if all you did was listen to New York radio all day, then yeah, all you wanted to hear was Jay and Nas, and you might get Snoop because Snoop just transcended. But you just wanted to hear a certain thing. We didn't get what was going on in the South,
right? And
you would see some of that when you watch like Rap City and shit. So I got into Do or Die and Tila and Twista and you know what I'm saying? I got into Outkast that way. I got into Goody Mob. I got into Pastor Troy. You know what I'm saying? That was just watching the videos to go, oh, let me check out their other shit. You know what I'm saying? This song is dope. Let me check their other shit. That's how we all got onto to Cash Money. The High video came out, and we was like, what the fuck is this? You might have been in my crib the day we first saw the video. I know I was recording. I was recording with somebody. We was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Now, I was living in Maryland at that time. And I remember me and my uncle, the first time we heard it, we was like, what the fuck is this? And he just kept going around just saying, everything that my aunt was talking about, he's like, do this, This is how she got so tight. And we was literally rolling on the floor because we never seen anything like that or heard anything like that before. And I remember once I came back to New York and I heard the remix with Hov, because they wasn't playing the regular version of Hot 97. They played the remix that Hov was on.
They was playing it. They was playing it not as much. And then when the Hov remix came, they played it more. But it was getting played on Hot 97.
I don't remember hearing the original.
I remember.
I definitely remember the first time they played the remix, and they kept. I don't know if it was Flex, but I know they kept bringing it back. I
hated that remix, by the way. I didn't like that remix verse, by the way.
Yeah, the verse wasn't fire like that.
I'm definitely gonna make my list of whole verses that I don't like.
Oh, we need that.
Whole verses and whole songs that I don't like.
You know, but also going back to what you were saying, like with the videos, when I was younger, I really didn't have no presence of mind as far as regions was concerned. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember listening to Outkast and AT Aliens. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really think, oh, they from the South, and it's, you know, it was just real good music to me. Yeah. It was good hip hop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was, and as a youngster, you know what I'm saying, still finding new music that you just loved and you just like. I didn't care about where they were from or anything like that. It was nowhere near in my mind, oh, these guys are from Atlanta, they're from down south. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, no, this is just rap. Right. This is good rap.
Right. But there are people that were like, I don't fuck with that South shit. I just want to hear da 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 da.
Well, obviously, yeah, there was, but to me, it never crossed my mind as a kid listening to Outkast. Oh, these dudes is from the South. I didn't know where they was from.
I put a lot of people on a No Limit. I kept seeing the ads in the back of the Source for the Bout It movie, and I was like, well, whenever this comes out, I'm gonna get it. I thought it was gonna be in movie theaters, and then I had a Blockbuster up the street from my crib, and I went and bought the shit. And then at the end of it, it's like videos and all of this shit. I'm like, oh, some of this shit is dope. And I walked right back up to that Blockbuster, and guess whose albums was in there? Master P. And I bought Ice Cream Man. I bought the True album. Like, I think I bought Silk the Shocker's album. Horrible, by the way. But
yo, hold on. That's so funny you say that because I was about to go in. When I was living in Maryland.
It was a song I liked on that motherfucker. I was like, yo, let me get it. Like, I supported that shit because I just loved what they was doing.
Silk's albums was actually all right, son.
It's just I can't get with the I don't like
the flow.
I didn't like the way he rapped, but the songs that had other people on it, was dope as fuck. Shout out to Mia X, yo. Mia X and Fiend.
Fiend was
the
fire.
Dopest fucking lyricist.
Fiend was fire, bro.
Mia X and Fiend was the dopest MCs on fucking No Limit, my nigga.
I'm glad BET did the Chronicles for No Limit, because what he did with No Limit, you know, coming from the South and everything, was amazing. It was definitely amazing.
Facts.
Yeah.
Just what he did for hip hop.
Facts. What he did for hip hop.
He like just showing, yo, you can own your fucking shit, and I don't understand why more people didn't take to that.
Like we was talking about this before. I think we was talking about it off air, or it was one of our lost episodes. People just are looking for that quick buck and that quick fame. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't care about reading their contracts and all the other stipulations about owning. They just want to get out the hood and get the house and get the cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Shout out to Steve Rifkin. Yo, he's he's redoing Loud Records.
Yeah.
And he's only giving, like, doing distribution deals. Everybody keeps their masters. It's like a 80-20, like 80-20 deals and shit like that.
That's dope.
Yeah, Steve. I've never heard a bad thing about Steve Rifkin.
That is dope right there, man. And shout out to Steve Rifkin.
And Loud Records was like always one of my favorite fucking record labels, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Always one of my favorites. Like,
who they brought us Mobb Deep.
They brought us Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, Exhibit. Dead Prez. Big Pun. Like, you just...
Wow, that catalog is amazing.
He said
that catalog, Loud Records catalog is amazing.
Yeah, he said he's pissed that he sold it to Sony, man. He's pissed.
But he started SRC after that, right?
Yeah, he started SRC after that, which gave us Akon, David Banner. So, you know, I hope that him bringing Loud back really helps a lot of artists, man.
Yeah,
I would love to see that happen, cause his stamping music is just dope. So he's doing 90-10 deals, 85-15, and 80-20 deals.
Wow.
And
what's the stipulation on who gets what deal? Is there like
Well, it doesn't say. It don't say all of that. It doesn't say all that. But he said what they're doing is distribution deals, and then whatever services the artist needs, they'll add on to that.
Okay, that's dope.
That's pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I like that.
And
idea,
I think
man.
that's going to be a game changer, and I hope more people jump into doing that and being partners with artists as opposed to being fucking thieves.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you think Kanye sparked a fire under some of these people?
Maybe, but Kanye and Steve Rifkin like hang out.
You said they do?
They hang out, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, that's probably been a conversation for a long time between them. Maybe, who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yo, I remember one time at work. We always talk about, a lot of hip hop and stuff like that. And I asked this question, what do you think is hip hop's greatest gift? If that makes sense. Like, what's the best thing that you think came out of hip hop? What is hip hop's best gift that it's given?
Bringing the entire world together.
Oh, that's a little deep.
Yeah, nigga, yeah.
Okay. I mean, as far as like artist wise.
Nah, fuck that. It's way deeper than that. It's deeper than one man. Like, for real, it's deeper than one man. Like, this particular no other music has brought the entire world together.
Okay.
Men, women, children, other races can get in the same room, love this music. Nobody, know what I'm saying? At nobody's neck. Like, it's transcended fucking racism more than any other music.
Mm-hmm. And remember, this was supposed to be a fad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
This wasn't even supposed to be here.
Right. So yeah, that's what it did. It brought the world together. It's changing the world. As much as people, I had a older lady I used to work with, and when I said that to her, I said hip hop is changing the world more than any leader that we've ever had, any politician we've ever had. And she kind of looked at me crazy, and then I had to break it down to her. There's more people that listen to this music and create this music together than any other music. It's not
country hasn't done it, rock and roll hasn't done it.
Right. All of those things are specific to certain types of people.
Correct.
Certain types of things. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop is not like that. Anybody can be in, like, it's always been a open door as long as you respect it.
I like what Frank Starfire says. He says hip hop is a part of the essence of the planet. It is in the bones of the earth. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. And that's true, man. That's dope. Like, you're absolutely right about that. I mean, you can go to China and you can go to freaking parts of Africa and other places all around the world, and they're huge hip hop fans, and they'll know your music word for word.
Right.
And you're right. Rock and roll didn't do that for people. Country music didn't do that for people.
Yeah, it's not like, hip hop changed the world, man. So I think that's hip hop's greatest gift.
Isn't it funny how? And I like that. I was gonna just say like Wu-Tang, but okay, I like where you went.
Because I could never put it into just one group. Like, I love, like, I'm a child of hip hop. I'm not a fan of hip hop. Not a fan. I am a child of hip hop. I was born in 1982. My mom was 21. My uncles were teenagers when I was born. My uncles were 14 and 15 years old. Hip hop has been it's been embedded in me since my birth. So I feel it on a certain level. I have a certain respect for it. I have a certain love for it. Nigga, Crush Groove is like in my DNA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Crush Groove is in my DNA. Like, I am getting on stage, taking the mic stand, throwing it, and telling you this is my motherfucking house.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way when I watch that.
So I'm of this. I live this shit. I breathe this shit. I don't just listen to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not leisure for me. It's my life. Like hip hop is literally my life.
So what was the first?
Oh shit. You done froze up and you got to get back. Where did you go? You are frozen, my guy. So this is what happens when you do a Zoom podcast remotely. I'm in Atlanta, Sumz is in New York, and these kind of technical difficulties happen. We don't know where he is. There's a glitch in the matrix. Hopefully we get him back. I don't know where he went. So I'm going to try to call him and see what the fuck we can do about this shit. All right, he just dropped out of the shit, so we're going to see if he comes back into the Zoom. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm a child of hip hop, not really a fan of hip hop. I really live and breathe this shit. I watch this shit like people watch sports. I watch hip hop like people watch sports. And that's what drives me daily. I write hip hop records. I DJ. I used to break dance as a kid. Like, this shit is really my motherfucking life. But you had a question for me?
Yeah, what I was saying was what was the song? What was the first song that you heard that made you say, "Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life"?
The thing that made me say I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life was Crush Groove.
Crush Groove, okay.
That specific scene. That specific scene with Run, I was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. Because he's not following what nobody's rules are. Nobody's telling. Like, somebody tried to tell him what to do, and he was like, fuck that shit.
Right. Yeah. I was always, like, especially coming from Queens, you know, living on Murdoch, I was always huge Run DMC fan. Huge Run DMC fan. You know, I got a picture with me and DMC at the car wash my father took, you know. But it wasn't till I got my Walkman and Scenario remix, the Scenario tape, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna rap. At first, I was just a fan of rap. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be Run DMC, but I was like, that's not what I'm gonna do. But in a way, I wanted to be them because they were just so cool. You know what I'm saying? It was the superstars in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I had LL. You know what I'm saying? In the neighborhood, they were cool. You wanted to be like them, but it wasn't until the Scenario remix, bro, and I had my Walkman, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is, and I heard all of the guys on there, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write raps. I'm gonna be a rapper.
Madman, I rip up stages. The wages on wild like Larry Davis. Extra. Pick up the clip. I tear the ass out the frame and grab my dick. I'm a rocker, sock, robot. I rip and drop bombs, rugged and petty. So I should have back on the phone. No, my skills are porno. You say, oh no, you bitch ass homo. That's my shit, nigga.
Yeah, son. Yeah,
that is my shit.
That right there, man. I can't front that Walkman and that tape right there. That should change my life.
That's the first record that I paid my own money for.
Word?
Yeah, me and my brother, we went to the records. We got turntables real early. I started DJing at 6 years old, so we got our turntables probably like around the time we was 8. My uncle had got his 1200, so he gave us his older turntables, and we was able to pick 2 records apiece. And I picked Scenario and Real Love by Mary. And my brother picked Hip Hop Junkies by Nice and Smooth and What's on Your Mind by Eric B. and Rakim. And I hated that he picked What's on Your Mind. Like, I was like, why did you do that? Why was that the record you picked?
Right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Hold on, do it again. How do you sound?
I don't know. I just really want to. Fucking doof.
He's a fool, son. Upstairs in my attic, I don't know whose it was, but there was a record player upstairs in the attic. I forget how old I was. I must have been around like 10. Yeah, like 10 or 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was like 2 records. I can't remember the other one, but the main one was Rick James Super Freak. And I used to just play that. I used to scratch that, and then
like
I used to just write.
Super Freak
I used to
kid too.
What happened?
You look like a little kid that would play Super Freak all fucking day.
Oh, yo,
running through the house. Oh, Temptation, sing.
Yeah, son, all day I'm scratching. I'm changing the tempo, making it faster, making it slower. I'm doing all that different type of stuff, and that's what I was writing like a lot of my bars to Super Freak, Rick James Super Freak, bro.
What's like the first song you ever remember like hearing? Like the first rap song you ever remember like hearing? Like, that was a question.
That was a question. You said, "What's the first song I ever remember hearing?"
That you remember, like the first rap song you ever like you can remember.
The first rap song I ever could remember. Damn, that's a good ass question. The Breaks. These are the Breaks. Curtis Blow.
Shit, it's either Sucker MCs or Pee Wee Herman. This is the damn called the Pee Wee.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Absolutely. My father would probably tell you some Public Enemy shit, because he used to say that I used to love this Public Enemy song when I was a kid, but I don't remember what it was. I guess I was that young. But my father was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? So he used to play all different types of hip hop music around me and all that other type of shit.
Yeah, my uncle was a DJ. He got me into DJing, and shit, I've been doing music ever since.
That's dope. See, I guess this is, the first episodes that we did, our lost episodes, we kind of scratched that because we didn't give like an introduction of like who we are and let people know like where we're from and what we're about. So I guess we're kind of doing that right now, and this is why this is the first episode.
Yeah, we are back for the first time.
Back for the first time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah. So, anything else that we need to cover?
Not that I could. Not off the top of my head that I could think of.
Okay.
Oh, there's a dope show on Netflix right now. I watched one episode. It's called Song Explorer or something like that.
Song Explorer?
Song Explorer or Explorer. Okay. I can't remember. I'm gonna look this shit up. But it takes an artist and one of their songs and they go into the recording process of the song. So it's like classic. Remember VH1 classic albums?
Mm-hmm.
It's like classic albums but with one song.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really good. The first episode on there is Alicia Keys. And yeah, it's called Song Exploder. Song Exploder on Netflix. And the first episode was really good. It went into this Alicia Keys song with Sampha. So there's Alicia Keys, Lin-Manuel Miranda, the guy that does Hamilton.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they go into one of the
he's a dope freestyle artist, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. They got a they have a Hulu documentary on one of his groups.
What?
Hulu, yeah, on Hulu.
Okay.
Obviously, but yeah, they go into REM, Losing My Religion, and Ty Dolla $ign's L.A. So it's 4 episodes. They're like 25 minutes apiece. So yeah,
okay.
I watched the first one. I'm gonna check the other ones out today with my kids.
Dope. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. She got a little baby on the way.
Hey.
Word up. Shout out to Nicki. Queens is in the building. I seen a picture of Quavo had posted a joint with him and Dr. Dre in the studio.
I'd like to hear that.
I would definitely. That's what I wanted to know. I want to know what that sounds like,
because I like the way the Migos sounded over Pharrell beats. Okay. Pharrell beats that I didn't even know, that didn't even sound like Pharrell beats to me. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to ask you what beats, what songs did Pharrell produce?
Stir Fry.
Oh, he produced. You're right. No, but when you think about it, it does sound like a Pharrell beat though.
Yeah, but at first it didn't.
At first you didn't know, right? I remember hearing that not too long ago, and I'm like, oh, kitchen. I'm like, oh yeah, it does have that's Pharrell. Definitely. So I'm actually interested to see what a Dr. Dre Quavo joint sounds like, man.
If we ever get it.
If we,
yo, man, Dre depresses me, man. Like I'm like a huge Dr. Dre fan. I have literally lately picked Pharrell over Dr. Dre as my favorite producer
because he depresses you that much.
Yo, like I want some consistency, fam, and I get that I'm an artist and I make music for myself, shit, right? I get all of that, but fam, we need you. Like,
it's a fact.
Hip hop needs you, and I understand you're on your fucking yacht and you're chilling and you got the billions and all of this shit. But can we start getting some consistent Dr. Dre music?
I think he owes it to us.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
He does. We never got Detox.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He owes it to us.
We never got it.
He owes it to us. You had everybody.
Yo, do you know?
Waiting for Detox for how many years?
Yo, that whole G Unit, Shady era. How did you not do another fucking Dr. Dre album in that time? How, nigga? How? You had everybody. You had it. Yo, oh my God, this nigga gets me so mad, my nigga. He makes me so because I love Dr. Dre. Like, you know, I don't get like this over a lot of people when it comes to rap.
Right.
I'm very logical. I'm not emotional about rap. Like, being a fan of artists, of people, there's very few people that I like fan out over and I get pissed with about shit. And he's one of them. And the list is small too.
Right.
The list is small. And he's one of those motherfuckers that I'm just like, oh, yo, if I could punch you in the fucking gut and tell you, get the fuck in there and put some shit out for us, I'd do it.
And you know the messed up thing is he has it.
Son.
He has it. He probably has 2, 3 of them.
Son, yo.
Sitting in the vault.
Son. The Compton album is good. Frank Starfire definitely said the Compton album is slept on. And that album is good as fuck. Good as fuck. I love that album.
What, the Straight Outta Compton album?
No, he made when Straight Outta Compton came out, he put out a album named Compton.
Oh, okay.
Damn, where the fuck you been?
No, I knew what y'all was talking about. Yeah.
Were you living under a rock? Were you?
No, but how many songs was he on? Was he like?
He's on the whole
he did
album.
A lot. He was on. Okay, he was on all of the drinks.
On the whole album, yeah.
Okay,
but
all right,
dog.
So he gave us something.
Nah, but nigga, you missed the fuck that that era where Aftermath had it on super fucking smash. You had Game, you had 50, you had G Unit, you had M. Snoop is around. You could have gave us another Chronic, or you could have gave us you could have gave. You ain't even have to call it either one of them shits. You could have gave us a Dr. Dre album that would have been hard.
Do you think that we'll ever get?
No.
No, right? You look so down when you just said no.
No, I'm hurt about.
Yo, bro.
I'm hurt.
You look so down, son.
I'm hurt about Detox, my nigga. I'm hurt about.
Yeah,
Detox.
everybody.
I'm hurt about Detox, like I'm hurt about Kanye not putting out the Good Ass Job album. We never got Good Ass Job after graduation. I'm pissed about that.
Hold on. He actually said that was going to be the title of the album?
Yeah,
Good Ass Job?
Yeah. It was supposed to keep going, like, in the sequence. And I understand he changed, over time. But fam,
so I seen something yesterday where Kanye's manager, I don't know, who's Kanye's manager?
Boo, Akon's brother, is managing him right now, I think.
Oh, Boo's is Kanye's manager? That's crazy.
I believe so, yeah.
He was saying that this new album that he's gonna put out is some of the best music that he's ever heard ever.
I hope it's the Dr. Dre album that we're supposed to be getting.
Explain. What do you mean?
Dr. Dre is executive producing a Kanye album.
Serious?
Nigga, where the fuck have you been?
Who knows?
Yo, this nigga has been in the fuck. What do they call that shit on Stranger Things? The Upside Down or whatever the fuck.
I've been in the bunker.
Son,
I've been in the bunker.
This nigga's been in.
Nah, I didn't know that. So Dre's supposed to be producing the Ye album.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you've never seen the Dr. Dre and Kanye pictures?
Nah,
in the studio.
Never.
Dog,
I've never heard of this. This is news to me. This is breaking news.
Bitch.
Boo this man! No, I don't get a boo for that. I should get a breaking news.
Bro,
clip.
nah, fuck that. I'm booing you for not knowing that. That shit is mad recent.
How many people knew that? If y'all knew about that, y'all tell me.
Nigga,
let me know if y'all knew about this.
The world knew about that.
I never heard of this thing. I never heard of this thing you speak of.
Son, you're bugging.
How long has this been in the works?
Nigga, over the past year.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be getting that.
We should.
I don't think we're gonna be getting
because it's a Kanye album, so I believe we'll get that.
What we need to get is a redo on Tiana Taylor's album.
Huh?
What we need to get is a redo on Tiana Taylor's album.
Yeah, she already just put a new album out, so let's just walk away from that. You're never gonna get a redo.
Yeah,
never gonna get a redo.
I mean, the one that he did was just totally rushed.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though. Like, I'm tired of people. Yo, everybody saying that those albums were bad are only saying that because of the craziness.
Not all of them.
Time frame. I'm just saying the albums that they're saying are bad. Oh, they wasn't good. Those albums were good. That time frame where he was wilding out on TMZ and all of that shit took away from it. So everybody wanted to hate whatever he was doing.
Right.
I don't believe people really didn't like that Nas album. I can't believe that.
Yo, listen, I've argued with plenty of people about that because I really like the album. I really like the album.
I love it.
And I had people telling me that shit was just straight up trash, doodle. Nah. I'm like, hold on, you didn't like nothing off the album? Like, you ain't like no songs? I'm like, you're just hating. It was like every conversation that I had, I probably talked about like 3-4 people who really was like, nah, I really listened to the album. I liked the songs. It was actually good. Most of the people that I talked to was just shitting all over it.
Because they wanted to hate it.
Yeah,
they didn't want to. They wanted to hate it. They didn't want to like it because it wasn't what they wanted. They wanted Nas over old Kanye beats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is stop having these expectations of artists, man. They're not always gonna stay the same. If you want okay, so it's certain rappers I don't listen to because they stay the same. As much as of course, the Locks tries to stay with the times, but that's mostly Kiss. It's mostly Kiss staying with the times.
Well, Styles be doing his thing. Styles is up on it,
but they still sound like old Locks records when he's by himself. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it takes a Kiss to get in there and say, "Hey, we're gonna fuck with this sound and do this a little different." I believe. I don't know the inner workings of they shit, but I could believe that because he does more to be on different types of shit.
And they said that. They've actually said that.
Yeah. So I don't listen. I never was a big Locks fan like that.
Yeah.
I fuck with the Locks, but the rhyme schemes is always the same. It just felt like it's the same shit.
Okay.
It's the same shit to me. I like variety in who I'm listening to. I like to hear niggas use different flows and shit like that. I'm trying to figure out where I was going. Oh, stop having expectations on artists. Basically, like, how do you want to hear the same thing over and over again from somebody? Like, why aren't artists allowed to grow? And I think that's a big problem for Kanye. Like, he's growing in these other directions, whatever they might be, and he has to constantly be criticized for it. And that goes for any artist. That goes for any artist. It's hard for them to grow. Nobody said they're not relevant, Frank. They're very much still relevant. I said they rhyme the same and they don't alone they stick to their specific style. Like they don't try different shit outside of Kiss. Kiss tries different things. If you're listening on audio, we have our Facebook. We do this on Facebook Live, so we're also commenting back to the people in the comment section. I just didn't want what I was saying about the locks to get misconstrued. But our artists need to just be whoever they want to be, like at any time, and you don't have to listen to it if you don't like it. Don't fuck with it. Catch them on the next one.
I kind of feel like that with Nas, right? Like how people be hating on his beat selection, and I feel like you can't really truly be a fan of Nas if you can't understand like some of the beat decisions that he chooses. You know what I'm saying? The beats that he chooses and how he goes about picking his beats. Like, you can't really be a Nas fan if you're like all the time, oh, I don't like this album because, yo, his beats is whack. But, yo, I like how he kicking it. I like the lyrics and all that shit. I'm like, well, you're not a real true Nas fan then.
Right. And I don't think he picks bad beats. I think comparison. Right. I think comparison to Jay-Z. The only person they ever compare him to, right? But Jay-Z has Just Blaze. He has Kanye, like, at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Nothing's competing with that shit at that time.
Right. And like you said, I don't think he picks bad beats. But that's the whole, consensus with a lot of, hip-hop fans is that he picks horrible beats. That
shit is just another one of them things for a nigga to shit on a nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the Kanye album. They needed a reason to shit on him. Couldn't shit on him really because the music was not bad, but they had to shit on the music. They had to shit on the music. But that Tiana album wasn't bad. If she would have came out and said, I love the way my album is, I have no complaints about my album, and kept all her complaints to herself, guess what? This is the best Tiana Taylor album I've ever heard in my life.
You definitely can change the narrative. It's real easy to change the narrative. Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Definitely. If people really came out, like if influencers or whatever, was saying like, yo, this is the best Nas album I ever heard, guess what? Everybody would have like, this is the best Nas album I ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't making decisions on their own half the time. They going off of what everybody else say an album sound like. It was a point where I wouldn't listen to an album until a month after it came out.
So you can have your own idea and I didn't let all the other bullshit pass.
Right. I didn't want the opinions of anybody else influencing how I thought about an album.
Right. I feel you. I see Frank says he likes how Redman has evolved. I like how Red and Meth both evolved. Yeah. Like, yo, both of them still got bars.
Hell yeah.
Meth got fucking bars, bro.
Hell yeah. And can get on anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's versatility. I like to hear versatility out of an MC.
Mm-hmm.
I like different flows. That's why I like Big Daddy Kane.
Did you listen to did you watch the Method Man versus Math Hoffa battle?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
Why not?
Because I was expecting like a battle. I wasn't expecting these pre-written, pre-recorded verses in a very edited video.
The video was definitely very
I thought I was gonna get a raw, face-to-face battle.
It was a production.
Yeah, I don't want my battles as a production like that.
It was definitely a production.
Like y'all standing, leaning on each other and doing moves and take that shit back, man.
I mean, they do stuff like that on the real stage too.
It was just weird. Like, we know you're friends. Like,
right?
Come on, man.
But what do you think about the bars though?
The bars were there. But it was because it's so staged and show business. Like,
it was definitely very show. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I can see more battle rap going towards that production type of style. I can.
If that's where it's going, I don't want it.
I don't think URL would do that. But I definitely can see how people would start doing that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
And more so of the mainstream industry rappers who probably want to touch base in the battle rap, they would do it more like that. Instead of seeing like how Joe Buttons got ate up, how Cassidy come back and get ate up. You know what I'm saying? They probably do more of a production type style where the light can look a little better on them and they won't look so bad if they get ate up.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Fuck that shit. Keep that shit. Keep all that shit.
So keep all that shit.
If that's what battle rap is gonna go to, I definitely don't want to watch.
Yeah,
man. I like. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Stupid. Nah, that's a fact, man. Overall, I did like the battle though. Meth definitely came off with some bars on there.
Yeah,
too.
the rhymes was there. I don't take nothing away from the rhymes. I thought I was getting one thing and I got some other shit and I didn't like what I got.
What industry rapper would you like to see entering the battle rap field? Or not even maybe say if you wouldn't like to see, but who you think could like hold their own in that real URL battle rap type arena? What industry rapper?
Nobody. I don't want to see none of them go in there and get embarrassed. No. Don't do it.
Don't do it, right?
Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
What did you feel like when Buttons did Total Slaughter?
I think if he could have formed those verses into the patterns that they use, because he was saying some shit.
He was,
but he was saying his rhymes like he was rapping over a beat.
Yeah,
a hand mic, like he didn't conform to the battle style, and I think that took away from him.
Yeah,
we were expecting one thing and we got something else.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No,
I didn't think that he was gonna come in there. You know, basically, it's like he wrote them. Like he wrote those bars to a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of like mentally preparing for battle, like yo, I'm coming in here and I'm just gonna chew this nigga's head off. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't want to see. I don't want to see no more niggas that rap on records. Unless you come from that style and you can really do that shit, don't get out there and get embarrassed. Don't get out there playing that game that you... Look, if you're a baseball player, don't get on the basketball court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get... If you don't got it, don't get in there. Trust me, it's going to be embarrassing. I think Busta could probably do it.
Who? Busta?
I think Busta could probably do it. Busta's witty. He's very animated. And he can rap really well. And I think he can conform to that style. I don't want to see him do it. But I think he can.
For some reason, I hear him doing the same thing. I hear him like rapping like he's on beat.
Nah, I don't. I could see Busta doing it the other way. I think he respects it enough to get in there and do it right.
Okay.
But I don't want to see him do it.
Got you.
I don't want to see him do it at all.
No doubt, man. All right, man. Anything else we need to cover?
Nah, I'm good.
I think that's about it.
Make sure y'all follow us on our social media.
Yes, sir.
At Life in Cappy Land on everything.
At Doughboy Sumz on everything.
And we about to roll out. Get those Doughboy Sumz singles on Spotify right now for the flex.